double. Ready? On the set. Take over. Let's go now. Get up.
Yo-yo.
Go. Hot, hot. Set. Hut.
Mic don't work.
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Giants and the Dolphins. All that and more coming up next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. The preseason is upon us. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, about to embark on that journey that ends with the Super Bowl. Greg, so good to finally have football back on the field.
Absolutely, and it doesn't matter if it's preseason, regular season, playoffs. When NFL football's on TV, Mike, it's just better. And I'll tell you what, for these teams and a lot of these young players, this is the start. Just like you said, this is a journey to making the roster, a journey to being there in week 1. And for a lot of these teams that have playoff hopes, it seems like small beginnings, but this is where those playoff dreams and ultimately those Super Bowl runs all get their starts.
This returnable from the 4. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building. This very game, and for a lot of the guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, for that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current roster, but trying to make a career out of playing in the NFL.
Now it's Tua. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught, and that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Oh, big hole, left side. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Miami. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Now here's Tyler Algier out of BYU. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Tavondre Sweat there on the tackle. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Algier. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down. On the handoff, running left, it's Algier. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. He'll go again here with Algier. And And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. He'll drop to throw. He's got it at the 3. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a first down as they're able to get the conversion and set up first and goal. They'll run here with Algier. And he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit. Back up to the 3. It's second and goal. Again, it'll be Algier. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up third and goal. He's going to try to do this himself, and he will do it himself. He's in. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. Second down and 8. From the gun, here's Tua. That's taken it. It's Xavier Leggett. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And the drive will stay alive. He's got the first down up to the 44. A shotgun snap for Tua. And that will wind up incomplete. Triple zeros on the clock. The first quarter has come to an end. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And we'll try again. It's second and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. It's first down, and they'll run. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up second down. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down. Now a give on the ground. And good red zone running here. Taking it inside the 10-yard line. Pickup of 8. Now on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike,
And here's the first carry for the power back, Dameon Pierce. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Once again, it's Pierce. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing.
defensive coaches preach every day, Mike. Swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the... as possible, and this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
He's going to have the first down, so they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. Now Pierce. Not much happening there, just a short. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll get this out to the left flat. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. They send a receiver in motion left. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie second-rounder.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the second round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a first-rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who themselves for skipping over him on draft night.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground, and nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out. Not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to the air one more time. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Here's a screen coming for Wright. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
To throw is Huntley. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up 3rd down. Here's Huntley. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling. Huntley. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they'll take this down inside the 35. One final throw before the break. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Back to you two in just a moment. The preseason is upon us as these two teams get things rolling. They'll have 2 more games after this to get ready before week 1 comes our way. It'll be here before you know it. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed. They'll watch the second half with the shoulder pads off, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Mike Tirico. These two teams making their way back out of their locker room, so that means we're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back out to Mike and Greg.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Giants offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll start this one on the ground with Pierce. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Pierce. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run it here with Pierce. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line. It sets up. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll get him down up around the 15-yard line. Now a timeout called by the defense. On the ground, this is Jalen Wright. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. Huntley now. This one complete right side. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A run here with Pierce. And he's into the end zone. Damian. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Short pass taken in by the tight end. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a give up the middle, and that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down. Back to throw. That's to the sideline and intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 41-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with Pierce. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Huntley. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. On play action, he'll set up to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Huntley. Quickly to the outside and complete.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the...
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. You hope against hope here in the preseason, especially that it's not too... McPherson's kick is good. And the Giants will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Huff brings it in left side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Cordell Flock. Throwing, Huntley. And he's in. Touchdown. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to air this one out. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter. Back to the air again on second, and he's going to be taken down. They get him for the sack at the end of this third quarter. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. Yeah, and he's going to be out of bounds, but what turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, New York. So Huntley will bring him to the line for this 2-point attempt. They hand it off to Pierce. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2, unsuccessful. This will be returned from the 6. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Tight end on the move left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. They send him right out of the slot. Now, faking the give. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. He'll drop to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
So often, sacks, especially on 1st down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
And he's not going to get to the sticks. He'll wind up losing yardage as they mark him short of the 1st down, and it sets up 4th down. Open man, right side. He's got it. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on 4th down. They'll look to throw again. Throw right side, hauled in by Cup. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll look to throw yet again. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. He's got the 1st down. They'll bring him down at the 28, but the sticks will move. 1st down picked up on the ground. This is caught at the 2, and he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Miami. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion.
Here's Huntley. That's caught. It's Dameon Pierce. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. This crowd into it now. As we get to third down. Huntley. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he'll give his guys a little bit more room to work with as he's able to get forward out beyond the 10-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to take over possession of the football. Now he'll air one out. That is hard. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. He runs with it. And he'll be taken down.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
Here is 1st and goal. Slot receiver headed right. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1. Setting up 3rd and goal. They'll stick to the ground. And this will be a touchdown. They are within a 2-point conversion of coming back to tie this game.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still one stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in, get their best.
Oh my goodness, they were in field goal range, but it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start from their own 7. Even with their full complement of timeouts, the call is to try an onside kick. He's to the 40.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here, an onside kick, not much of a chance.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's 3rd and 7. They'll try to get this one on the ground. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. And this one right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend the...
This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Going up top. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cordell Flock. And his offense is... So a road win here for the Giants as they start things out with a victory here in the first week of this preseason.
It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Commanders, and it's all up next.
EA Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Looking to pass, Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Tua sets up to pass it. That's taken in. It's Xavier Liggett.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
From midfield, here's Tua. Got a man, that's Liggett.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
They go right back to him for 20 and a first. On the ground, this is Devon Achane.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Right back to Achane on second down.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0.
Here's Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Now a timeout called for by the defense.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins' first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Tua setting up shop to throw again.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Tua going to throw. That one complete to Leggett. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 33, here's 2nd and 2. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And this one incomplete. To hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Back to throw again. He'll get this one to cut complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. And I think the ball's out. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for...
That is caught by Waddle. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Here's a diving catch right side. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Back to throw. Hopkins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Hopkins. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he will break. How will this offense respond? Their defense just gave up the touchdown. Now it's their opportunity. 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run for it with Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach.
He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Off the play fake. Hopkins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Back to throw. Hopkins. Now they go screen. It's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Dolphins. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first... They'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down. Looking to throw. Hopkins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Hopkins. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Hopkins. He's got it complete to Thompson. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Dolphins are able to stretch out their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Off play action. Hopkins. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
They'll run on first down with Wright. And a lane slow in materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. They work now on 2nd and 9.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he's got it to about the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff looking right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looking to throw. Hopkins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the command.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying
The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Bucks and the Dolphins, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. After this, the games count for real. Good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, back in the day, it was 6 preseason games, then 4, now 3. So here we are. This one, the last tune-up before the regular season gets going.
Yeah, and I know it's easy to start looking ahead to the regular season, and of course there's an excitement that comes when the games get real, but for so many players on these rosters, this is where career...
Tua, gonna give it to Achan, and not much there. Down to about the 13. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Achan. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tua. He pulls it in around the 5. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a 1st down as they're able to get the conversion and set up 1st and goal. Now it's Tua. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That one, take. Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Open man, right side. He's got it. He is in. From the gun, it's Mayfield. This one complete to Dorsett. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Putting the tight end in motion. On 4th down, Mayfield. And that's going to be picked by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take over just shy of midfield.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He's
Here's a 3rd and 10. That's taken in by Achan. Get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. That's taken in. It's a gain of 10. Now.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A shotgun snap for Tua. Over the middle, he's got Leggett. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Here's Achan. Powering forward. He's in. and a yard. Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work. It'll set up a 4th down. They send the tight end in motion. They'll try it now with a chance. And he's not going to get... Now they'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He's got it at the 3. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2. Down to the 2. Off the play fake. He'll look under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at... Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. A handoff as they try to run it here. Down the sideline, past the 45. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line. They'll run with Wright. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got it at the 7. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Tight end going in motion here. He'll drop to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Dolphins. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. Trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Now on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Godwin working the right side. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down coming up. They'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Evans. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. That's caught left side by Otten.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
To the tight end, Otten with the grab. And he's out of bounds with the 1st down, so they get a new set of downs and just as importantly stop the clock. They send Evans in motion. They'll look to throw yet again. That's his tight end, Otten. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Getting hard to hear in here. The noise very loud from the crowd. 3rd and 3. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Dolphins offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll run out of the gun with Wright. And the defense there to meet them. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Back to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line.
And after that 1st down throw, Mike, it's really a deflating moment of the defense. They understood the urgency of getting off the field and getting the ball back to their offense. Here we are under 2 minutes in a one-possession game.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So a win here for the Dolphins. They finish the preseason on an up note. Now they'll have a couple weeks to get ready for the season opener coming in September. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA.